I'm Scott Revels. I'm a physical therapist over at Carrie Tingley. I've been there just a few years. I spent the majority of my time as an athletic trainer first over at Albuquerque Academy, where I know a lot of people. I recognize some of their faces. So the promotion of lifestyle and health and fitness in children and adolescents with motor impairment. So I'm kind of like the in-between spot from rehab to before they get to the ABLE program, what Mary Beth does. So mostly because I'm talking about are in reference to they are coming through or going through some kind of rehabilitation. Destination, hard work is often pays off. Hard work often pays off after time, but laziness always pays off right now. So some of you may have seen this despair. It's kind of a shot off of the motivational speakers. It's just a fun website to go to. I have another. I don't have a bunch of time to play with that. So where are we going in our fast speed right now? Why is a post-rehab fitness program necessary? What are some of the barriers, and how is it implemented? Nicely done already. Actually, Dr. McDonald kind of spoke on some of this area. In terms of the Healthy People 2010, individuals with physical disabilities are at significant risk of secondary complications, which we know that already. So I'm speaking to the choir. Those including diabetes, obesity, generalized deconditioned state, heart issues, etc. So what do? We know this information, and kind of throughout my years of school, and I've been interested in this area since I was in high school, and I won't say when that was, but I've always wondered, it's like, well, we know this information. We keep amassing significant amount of information, more and more information, tons of information. That's great, but what are we doing? I'm kind of a do person. So one of the things I wondered is like, well, when is something going to happen? Why is a post-rehab and fitness program necessary? Well, it addresses the Surgeon General call to action for directives for persons with disabilities. Again, something spoke of in the 2010, and again, addressed with many, many, many studies, which Dr. McDonald mentioned. It's necessary because it needs to be done. There are already issues that are happening. We know the health consequences of being inactive, and that's including people who are not disabled. We have a growing epidemic of people, children with obesity, and that's in our standard active population or individuals without disabilities. And so there's a disproportionate number of kids with disabilities who are even beyond that. What they stated in the Healthy People 2010 is that individuals with disabilities are at a greater risk of obtaining or either becoming obese or having secondary complications. So the epidemic is there, but then individuals with disabilities is even a greater risk. And it's kind of like, I kind of got the feeling, it's like, well, why are we dragging our feet on this? What's being done? What's going on? Post-rehab program and fitness program is in line with Carrie Tingley, and I'm from Carrie Tingley. It helps meet the needs of New Mexico's growing children population. So the ABLE program is another component of that. So there's post-rehab after they come in for, let's say they have an amputation. So what are they going to do after their rehab is done? How do we want to instill in them the ability or the desire or that they can be physically active? Some of those kids don't realize that you can continue to play basketball. And that's still mind-boggling to me, that these sports are out there and available, and yet kids with disabilities don't know that. So that's one of the components. Carrie Tingley, being New Mexico's primary location for children rehabilitation, is very well suited, and I think we have a significant opportunity in the area of research and pediatric physical activity with kids with disabilities. I think Dr. McDonald and others have said that the research that has been done on children with disabilities is very minimal, and so I think we have a significant opportunity to at least begin some of that research. And another thing, again, currently, believe it or not, there is no dedicated location in New Mexico, to my knowledge, for children with disabilities to pursue health and fitness. So there was a mention, Lakeshore is in Alabama, and that's a beautiful facility, which I've been dying to go see. that has both kids and adults. It's a facility that is made specifically for individuals with disabilities. There are others. Rehabilitation Institute of Chicago, the RIC, has a facility that is equipped for children and kids and adults with disabilities. But currently in New Mexico, the ABLE program is the only implement that we have, and it's all over the place. We use Mary Beth uses the high schools. We used to use Johnson Gym. Now they use the community center. So currently there's no specific space. So kind of my idea, or not my idea, but the thing I'm looking at is developing a location, a facility. I run into this lots and lots and lots of times, pessimism, but every dark cloud has a silver lining. But lightning kills hundreds of people every year who are trying to find that silver lining. But anyway, this is from despair. It's a funny little thing. So what are some of the barriers that we run into? Of course, cost is one of the biggest things. Funding, where is the money going to come from? And that is just a constant issue. Fortunately, there are grants available with the Healthy People 2010. There is funding, especially for research in this area. Another barrier is equipment. You can't see that side. This is probably why everybody looks on this side, because you look on this side and you're getting part of it. Space requirements. Carrie Tingley is renovating and moving into a large portion of the hospital and Carrie Tingley will have a wing of that, so it's not the whole hospital. The outpatient, however, facility will stay where it is. So the outpatient facility is going to be renovated slightly. They're hoping that eventually they'll just get a new building altogether. Additional barriers, therapy space currently at Carrie Tingley is at a premium. Staffing cost, of course, everything has a price tag. Supervision within a multi-use area, that is an issue. And then, of course, risk management. This is in a very recent study. It's a very interesting quote, and I'll give you some chance to ponder it. The supply of health promotion programs is constrained because health professionals recognize the financial disincentives of offering interventions not supported by third-party payers. So basically what does that mean is you're not being paid for it. It's kind of hard for you to do it because you have to get paid. This was in a study by Epson entitled The Financial Cost Benefit Analysis of Health Promotion Programs for Individuals with Mobility Impairments. It was most recently, it was in the Journal of Disability Policy Studies. A very interesting study showing that there is cost benefit to developing health promotion programs. Growth potential is there. One quote I definitely want to leave you with is, what's done to children, they will do to society. If we allow our children to grow up, not be active, then as we grow older, they're not going to take care of us. So we need to take care of them now so that they can be healthy and live and be a very active population. So I'm flying through some of these. I'll end it with this one. The first phase of this implementation that I'm currently doing is working out all the bugs in terms of where the finances are going to come from, the space, the equipment. And then this initial phase will involve individuals who have recently been discharged from Carrie Tingley rehab and will be invited to return to participate in the post-rehab, which would be activities either there at Carrie Tingley or a continuation of their program at minimal to almost no cost. And there is a phase 2, and that is in the works. That'll be the fitness component. Hopefully a fitness facility by that time would be available. So those are my references. And last but not least, I'll let you read that for the golfers in the group.